All right. Good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful, spectacular start to your work week. I definitely am, man. I enjoy my day off, but I get back to the grind no more. So tonight's show won't be that long. It really won't tonight. But for the ones that's been wondering where I've been at the past couple weeks, man. I came on the other night. Um, just had a little few technical difficulties, man. Everything is good. Um, I'm still here and live and doing well. Hope you guys are as well. But tonight's show, I got a little catching up to do. I'm about 2 weeks behind. Um, Basically, since the start of free agency, when they signed Chase Young. So I'm gonna start from there, and then I'm gonna pivot all the way up to what's going on today. So before I get started, I'm gonna go to the comment section, man. I see the comment section is starting to get live. I see my guy Hurricane Mike in the building. Said, "Who that? Who that? Hurricane Mike." Shout out to the OG Jerry Port. Said, "I was wondering." Oh, fam, most definitely, fam. Everything is good this way, fam. Shout out to you, fam, and welcome. Shout out to Saints Pale Chop It Up podcast. Kind of great 84. What's good, family? What's good with you, fam? Glad to see you in the building, man. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Hurricane Mike said, "I'd like to Chase Young signing." We definitely going to get into that. So stay tuned. But yeah, that's Who That Nation. That's what's going to be tonight's show. I'm going to go ahead and put up the topic list. You guys know that's how I'm coming now. I'm going to give you guys the topics that we're going to go over tonight, and then we're going to get busy and discuss. So we're going to start off by talking about the thoughts on the free agent picks thus far. Definitely what I'm going to do right there, I'm going to just give my grade, and then I'm going to start from the start of free agency all the way up to the recent signings. But, man, my grade thus far, I'm going to give it from free agency, I'm going to give it a C. And that's being nice. And I'm not saying I'm not against none of the picks like that. But like I said, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna just keep it at that. I give it a C. About average. Um, so what I'm gonna do now, before I get into it, I'm gonna put up the list of the free agent signings. You see, we got Brandon Cooks, 2-year, 13 mil. Will Clapp, 1 year, 1.4 mil. Jack Stoll, 1 year, 1.3. Isaac Yadam, we brought him back, 3 year, $9 million deal. Will he play the way he did when DA had him? We'll see. We brought back Jawan, 3 year, 30 mil. Justin Reed, 3 year, 31.5 mil. Good signing right there. Dante Pettis, 1 year deal. I don't know the numbers to that. And Chase Young, questionable numbers, 3 year, $54 million deal. Okay, we're gonna start. Should I start on the good? I'm gonna go ahead and start on the good. So start of free agency. We started out by getting Justin Reed. Justin Reed, you guys know his background. He played with Tyron with the Texans when Tyron was young. So just that future chemistry, I think it's going to be a good thing to see. I believe this signing is going to give Tyron extra amount of gas to put in his tank. I think this gives him a little charge that he's going to be playing beside Justin Reed. And like I said, they had history back in Houston. So I think this benefits Tyron. And as far as with Justin Reed, we know what he done with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's won a Super Bowl. So we're getting a guy that knows how to win. So his playmaking, he's definitely a difference maker. Is he a top 5, top 3 safety in the league? I give him a top. I give him a top 10. I believe he's a top 10 safety in the game, if not higher than that. But I give it top 10 to be safe. I'm not going to, be saying he's one of the best in the game, but he's definitely a very good safety. a position of need that we really needed. And to be honest, right before free agency began, it was the rumors about they was going to release Tyron and stuff like that. I'm glad they brought him back and able to get Justin Reed to go beside him. Once again, I believe this is going to jump kick some tires on Tyron, and we should get at least one more good year. I'm gonna say we get one more good, solid season out of Tyron. Far as with Cam Jordan, I'm shocked that he's returning, but it is what it is. They restructured with him. Derek Carr, they restructured with him. So those guys are back. But anyway, Justin Reed, welcome. I'm looking forward to seeing what this guy's going to do in the black and gold. And I would like to see you guys' thoughts in the comments on Justin Reed. Shout out to Kai. He said Justin Reed was a bit splash in free agency. Yes, this was the only splash to me in free agency, but a very good one. Shout out to Justin Reed, man. Definitely ready to see him playing the black and gold, and I'm eager to see what he gonna bring out of Tyron. And when I say that, I'm talking about Tyron is gonna fill his tank up. So boy, the gas that he lost, I think he's gonna refill a little bit now that he got a very solid safety playing beside him. So it benefits Tyron as well. Kai said Divine Gotcha was a good trade as well. I forgot. I didn't even put him on my list, but I was listening to Freddie. Yes, but shout out to Devon Gottschalk. I guess that's his last name. Shout out to him. Definitely a good free agency pickup. He played with the New England Patriots. I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't do my scout report on him yet, but I'm just hoping that he is a run stopper. I don't know if they see him as getting playing time or being a starter. I don't know really what his role will be. Will he be competing for the starting spot? But I do hope this guy. Honestly, I hope he beat out Kalen Saunders and I guess Shepard. I guess Shepard gonna be at the nose tackle spot too. But I'm gonna just be honest with that nation. I don't have confidence in Kalen Saunders being the nose tackle. Now going in on third downs or something like that, situational downs, I can see that, but not as no, every down starter, getting 80% of the snaps at that nose tackle position. So Hurricane Mike said Divine divorced the run game. Yeah, he definitely that's been the rumors, with this guy that he's an exceptional run stopper. If that's the case, then we got us, a good solid piece. So hopefully this guy definitely helps us out at that nose tackle position. Whether it's depth or I don't know, we're gonna address this in the draft. We get into that a little bit later because I don't know where we're headed in this draft. I'm talking about at pick 9. So okay, and Jerry. Okay, shout out to Kai. I seen that. I seen the podcast name. So Kai, do you have a new podcast started? If so, man, I'm definitely okay, Jerry said sub to Kai. Okay, so this is a new podcast by Kai the Great. Kai, man, I'm definitely willing and ready to start working with you, fam. Shout out to your new podcast. You guys be sure to go sub up Kai the Great 84. He definitely been a supporter of the WDN Chatline podcast, giving great insight and very, very communicating with this podcast. So shout out to you, fam. Hurricane Mike said, Reed reminds me of a prime honey badger. Ooh, fam. Hopefully he continues that trend down here, and I believe he will, man. This is a Louisiana guy. He's playing for his hometown, so I mean, yeah, with this Justin Reed signing, everything is in his favor. We shouldn't have to worry about him coming to a new system and follow. He already got that battery in his back. He coming to play for the city. He from Louisiana, so I mean everything is going well on his behalf. And then you got Tyron to go with that. So you got two Louisiana cats that's gonna be in the backfield. Um, I think they're gonna feed off each other, man. And I think Tyron can give us another. And honestly, with Tyron, I kind of predicted that he could give us one more good solid season. I was saying that. Um, I'm just shocked about the camp thing, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not talking about that tonight. Him or Derek Carr coming back on the restructure. It is what it is, man. I shouldn't even brought that up, but okay. So yeah, man. Shout out to Justin Reed. Shout out to Devon. Justin Reed is definitely going to make an impact. As far as Devon, I hope he bring that run stopping ability that the word on the street is. That's what you good at. Like I said, me personally, I gotta do my homework and check you out. Um, but I'm hoping you was better than Kalen Saunders and Nathan Shepard at that defensive tackle position. And that's with all due respect to Kayla Saunders. Once again, I know he's a fan favorite. He got a nickname, Blink and stuff like that. But when it come down to it, Imano, this nickname stuff goes out the window. When it's time to play football at the defensive tackle position, Kayla Saunders have not been performing to the standards that's needed. And that's just the true facts. He'd be a hell of a rotational player. Yeah, he'd be a hell of a rotational piece, just like Nathan Shepard is. Come in here and there, and yeah, I can see that. But we'll see what happens with that. So moving along, we started out with Justin Reed, and then we went to Chase Young. Chase Young, we brought him back on a 3-year, $54 million deal, 17 guaranteed. Man, Chase Young. Uh, I'm kind of unsure how this is going to pan out with Chase Young. I will say, he had the most sacks on the team. That he played at the standards that I expected him to play at. Absolutely not. And I'm not saying that he wasn't garbage. Chase Young, he wasn't garbage, but he wasn't very good either. He was solid. He was okay. He was decent. But he did not, he did not bring us that defensive end that's gonna just cause hell to the quarterbacks. No. And he definitely didn't play to the potential. Now I know he was coming off it was injury, woo. Not making no excuse. The man played. He wasn't missing games or not like that. But like I said, did he wow me and play to that potential that he showed flashes of in Washington? No, he didn't. He did not. Now, obviously, the staff got confidence in Chase Young that he's going to bring that out. Chase Young is still young. I think Chase Young is 25, 26. So he's still in his prime years. So we'll see what he brings out. But I'm unsure. But I do know he's going to be one of those defensive end in the 3-4 system. So they got very high confidence in him to be able to hold it down, because what we was running before that 4-2-5, we're not going to have no 4 defensive linemen. In this defensive scheme, it's going to be 3 men. Even if you bring that I said we run a 3-4. But even if you try to bring your linebackers to blitz, we shouldn't have to do that every play. The better the front 3 is, the more you can play with all 4 of your linebackers, specifically your outside linebackers. You can play more with them, and that's more guys that can drop back. You can send them on blitz, however you want to do it. But that front three, and like I've been saying, man, this defensive system is going to be real interesting to see who is going to be the three guys. Chase Young is one of them. Brian Brzee is going to be the other. Now, does Brian Brzee, is he going to be at the defensive tackle, or is they going to shift him to defensive end? It's remained to be seen. Now, I was thinking, let him see what he can do on the outside. Because to me, I mean, he's a great pass rusher from the inside, but he got the ability to, if he drop a good 10 to 15 or just a good 10, like I said, he's not no, bit slow cat, and get on the outside. I can see potential out there. Is that what they do with him? Remains to be seen. I know, with the drafting and stuff, they looking at some defensive ends. They looking at everybody. So when we talk about this draft, man, I don't know where we're going. But anyway, we get to that in a minute. So we'll see what happens out there. But anyway, Chase Young, back to Chase Young. Welcome back. Looking forward to seeing you be productive, and hopefully you can develop into a Pro Bowl defensive end that you've shown flashes to be an all-pro pass rusher. You've shown flashes of that, and hopefully, you can get that swag coming back. Maybe this defensive scheme suits you better. We will see. Okay, so moving along. Next, we're going to go to Brandon Cooks. We're going to go to Brandon Cooks next. Brandon Cooks, we brought Brandon Cooks in on a 2-year, $13 million deal. So that's what, $6.5 million a year. $6.5 million a year. That's to me, that's not rotational money. I mean, it's definitely not obviously not star receiver money, but I don't see a wide receiver coming in making that much, playing for a roster spot. I mean, fighting for a 53-man roster spot. So obviously the guy is going to make the roster spot. Last year with Dallas, he had 26 catches for the year. I do know he was injured for a little while. The injury woes is not shocking to us. We know the man was hurt when he was down here in New Orleans. His first stint, you guys know, we drafted Brandon Cooks back in, I forgot, 2016. We drafted Brandon Cooks. The guy played his 4 years out, and then we end up trading him. So it didn't end well the first rodeo. I think that was just more on Michael Thomas coming in, and he saw the potential Mike had. I'm not even going to say that he was hating on him. I just think, I'm not gonna speak for him because it did seem like that. So scratch that. I ain't about to tiptoe around that. I did see a little bit of, just the eye test. It kind of looked like he was hating, because we gotta remember the game where we blew the Rams out, and I think I was at that game. We blew the Rams out, or one of those games where we blew a team out, and Cooks had like 1 or 2 targets or something like that, and he was pissed off after the game. So after we blow a team out, it was more than a 21-point lead, 21-point blowout, and this man's still pissed off. So and like I said, old stuff is old. Obviously, he coming back, so some stuff just let go. But I'm just saying the reason why I believe things ended bad the first rodeo was, Mike came on the scene. Mike had the bigger body. He could run the whole route tree. The only thing that separated them two was just the speed, and that's it. I mean, Mike, he wasn't quick or top end speed faster than Cooks, but his route running and his footwork, he created separation by that. So I think Cooks saw all of that, and that kind of messed with him a little bit just due to his stats was about to decrease. And anyway, that happened. Now he's back with us. He's mature and everything. So we'll see what happens, in this second scene. Now, I'm not looking forward to seeing the young Brandon Cooks that we first got. I think he's going to be a great He can be a real good rotational piece for us. Because to be honest, I wanted us to bring Marquez Vantley-Scanty. I think he went to the Raiders. I'm not sure, but shout out to that guy, man. Wishing the best of luck to him. I wanted to see him come back because I believe he played well enough to come back, but this is a new regime that's in the building, and they're going to get who they want. But by saying that, this type of speed that he have, Brandon Cooks have that same kind of speed. So we still got us some speed beyond our top two receivers. Cause that's the thing when you building, if you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, the reason why they are so good because you can have a situation where what's the receiver that got hurt for them? That towards ACL at the beginning of last season. They top wide receiver. Xavier Worthy and them, he wasn't supposed to be the top receiver. It was the other guy. God, he slipped on my name. The one that he got in trouble for speed and racing cars. But anyway, that guy was supposed to be their number one receiver going into last season. He got in some trouble towards ACL. No, not Hollywood Brown. It's not Hollywood Brown. It's the one that got in trouble. Rashid Rice. Okay, Rashid Rice. There we go. Rashid Rice. He was supposed to be their number one receiver going into last season before he got hurt. So what makes the Kansas City Chiefs so good is they able to have depth. And not only depth, it's depth with speed. So they whole receiver core is speed. So that's what makes and hopefully that's we building our receiver depth based off of speed, along with having some body type and stuff. But Brandon Cooks, I think that's a solid rotational piece. If somebody get hurt, I think Brandon Cooks can step in and hold it down. Not saying he's gonna be a 100-yard receiver when he step in. I'm saying he can just provide us some solid presence, when somebody go down. If Olave goes down or Shaheed. So shout out to Brandon Cooks, man. Like I said, we drafted you. I really don't have nothing bad to say. I just know that situation, you could have handled that better. I think you should have stayed and seen how you and Mike would have played out, because it wasn't like y'all couldn't play together. Just imagine if you would have stayed, you would have been knocking the tops off these defenses even worse than you was giving them. So it would have been an even bad situation for defense, and then Mike would have been eating up the middle. That would have been a nice duo. But anyway, shout out to Brandon Cooks. Let me go down the list, man. We got Will Clapp. He's been a solid rotational piece for us. He's been a Saint. He's been a Saints for us in the past and provided solid depth when his name was called to step in and provide us some solid presence. When Alama got hurt, he came in, provided us some solid snaps. So shout out to Will Clapp. We'll see if he plays. Really, Will Clapp, we played him at guard, center, so he can move around the line, when his name is called upon. Okay, we're going to go down to Jack Stoll. Jack Stoll, I don't know too much about the guy. Veteran piece. I do know he was up there in Philly. This is a Kellen Moore guy, so obviously this guy can provide some type of presence in the tight end room. I think his specialty was being a good run blocking, pass blocker. If that's the case, then he should be getting some snaps for Kellen Moore's offense. But he was a Philadelphia Eagles guy. So shout out to him, man. Looking to see what he gonna do. Isaac Yadam, DA, under DA, he became a solid piece when his number was called. Once his number was called, he took off, man, and excelled in DA's defense, which allowed him to, go out to San Fran. I'm not sure if he went somewhere before there, but I know his last stop was San Fran, and he was solid out there. But with him, it was just basically a guy that when his number was called, he took advantage of the opportunity and was able to make himself some money. So shout out to him. He was able to hold it down with us, but it was a whole regime that was here, whole nother defense that was here when Isaac Yadam was last here. So I don't know how he's going to do in this defense. I don't know if Brandon Staley runs a lot of man. I'm not sure, but that's Isaac Yadam. He excelled, playing man defense. So, and when DA was here, it wasn't a lot of zone defense played anyway. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't know what Bruce Staley is. He gonna be more man or more zone? I don't know. We'll see. But shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Okay, moving along. Got a few more signings. We brought back Jawan Johnson. Jawan Johnson brought him back 3-year, $30 million. I'm gonna keep it all the way hot with Jawan. I believe that was just a little bit too much because I know he was hurt a little bit, but making 10 mil a year. I don't know if he deserved that much, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Jawan has had some good moments with us, but just being a consistent, all-around good tight end, I really didn't see that from him. To just keep it all the way hot, I really didn't see that from Jawan. But sometimes, in free agency, you may have to overpay. Jawan said that Kellen Moore gave him a call right before free agency started, and Kellen Moore expressed his interest in Jawan being a part of the team. He wanted him, so Kellen Moore seen something in Jawan. Maybe he's seen something that he can get more out of Jawan. I do know that Derek Carr, he used both of them when he was the quarterback. He's gonna be the quarterback, so I don't know. I don't know what the deal is gonna be. And like I said, it still remains to be seen how Kellen Moore is gonna present the offense. Is it gonna be more run, more pass? To me, it needs to either be a balanced offense or more run. It don't need to be a pass first offense because we don't have that quarterback to be able to be a pass first offense to keep it hot. Okay, and then we got Dante Pettis. Dante Pettis, he was a guy on the team last year. He stepped in. Made a few plays when his number was called. So I don't know what his role is going to be. Is he going to be a practice squad guy, a depth guy? We'll see what his role is. But shout out to him. Shout out to him getting a 1-year deal, and we'll see how that plays out. Okay, so we're gonna keep it moving. Oh. So with all the free agency signings, I just seen Velvis Jones. I think he came from the Jags. I'm not sure, but like I said, these names is no no household solid names. So to pivot back on what I asked earlier, the thoughts on free agency so far with the Saints, I give it a C at best. And really, to be honest, the Justin Reed signing was a A minus to me because we needed a safety. Will Harris, he left in free agency. Not saying that he was no dog back there, but he was a young guy. He had got his feet wet, and who knows what he can potentially blossom into moving forward. But I do know we got an Asian safety back there with Tyron. I still think he got another year left in him to be solid. But that position was calling for help, especially somebody young that can get beside Tyrod back there in the backfield. And this is what better name you can get that was a free agent than Justin Reed. So we hit the ballpark at that position now. Like I said, for us to Chase Young and stuff, I can't be going above a C. So you take the Justin Reed pick out, the rest of the pitch, the grade is a C at best. And that's just being nice. Because a lot of, Jawan, I kind of know what I'm going to get from Jawan. I don't know if he's reached his ceiling or not. I believe he's reached his ceiling. So I don't think he's just about to all of a sudden turn into a Pro Bowl tight end unless Killer Moore just do something, just some magician type stuff that's just going to turn Jawan Johnson into an all-pro tight end. But I don't see us getting too much better numbers from Jawan because we still got Foster Manu that's going to complement him at the tight end position. So, and then the other signings was just basically depth pieces. I think the Brandon Cooks, I think that was pretty solid. That was definitely a solid backup, because he still has his speed and stuff. So, we'll see how it pans out. But the pitch, I'm really not. Besides the Justin Reed pitch, a lot of the rest of the pitches is kind of not sure. I don't know what we're gonna get. That's just how I feel with the rest of the pitch. Now that all we're saying that we address the needs of the team, that all the needs of the position needs get addressed. No, absolutely not. And I'm gonna be 100 starting at the linebacker position. That's a position that it screams out at me because number one, we got Demario Davis. We don't know how Demario coming out. We're starting to see the trend go down a little bit. We don't know if it's gonna continue to go or if he can just keep it selling a little bit. As far as Demario Davis, it's unknown how he gonna come, and that's due to age. So that's all respect. It's due to age. Just like when I say with Cam, it ain't no disrespect, just due to age, man. If you're gonna duke it out with us, take your role assignment. We and along with the pay cut. But anyway, back to Demario. I don't know what we're gonna get from Demario. So it's question mark with that. Then we go to Pete Warner. Pete Warner, he's injury prone. He's injury prone. Every year he's dealing with some type of injury. And then even when he was on the field this past season, he didn't take that next step that he was supposed to take. He was supposed to take this next step. Now the team has to restructure and bring back Demario. Not saying that, they're going to run him out the building, but Pete Warner should have played well enough to have that conversation. Like, well, can we? I mean, Demario is. I mean, you kind of forced to bring Demario back now. Could you go with a Pete Warner as your lead guy? You don't know how many games he gonna give you, and then at that, we don't know if he gonna take that next step. we've seen what he can potentially do. Like now he's shown that. So I don't think he's reached his ceiling yet, but he has to this year. He has to be the best linebacker out there. If he's not the best linebacker out there, that's a huge problem. And to be honest, I think we need to linebacker needs to be a priority high on the draft board. I don't know too many good line. I'm not gonna say good linebackers, but I'm talking about like lottery pit linebackers. As far as the Carter, I don't consider him the line. Or he's the defense end. I don't consider him no outside linebacker. But I'm talking about like an official linebacker. Unless I'm missing somebody, I don't see like a top lottery pick linebacker or somebody that we can grab in the second. Now that's a position I hadn't got into yet when it comes to the draft, but that's a position that we need to address. I do know that Isaiah Simmons, I've seen the report that he's currently sitting out there in free agency. I don't know what's the deal behind that. I'm not saying he's the big star player or anything like that, like a star free agent just waiting. No, but I do know we need depth at linebacker. If anything, if we're gonna ride DeMario's wheels another season and expecting him to have 100 tackle season and stuff like that, well, we at least need some depth. We let Willie Gay, he left and went somewhere. I think it was the Raiders or Seahawks. He went somewhere. So Willie Gay is out of here. So now it's just DeMario and Pete Warner. That DeMarco Jack, don't bring me names like that. And no disrespect, I'm saying we don't have no depth right there. So just a lot of question marks. You got the linebacker position that's not addressed. I don't care about DeMario and Pete Warner. We need that next guy that's going because DeMario on his way out. That's just how I see it. I see this year being his last year, and then he either going to take a rotational position, plan on snap counts, or we moving on from him, or he retiring just due to the decline in age. That's what I see going on after this 25 season with him. So with that being said, we gotta have that next guy that's about to come up, whether he gonna be playing alongside Pete Warner or he gonna be leading the way at the linebacker position. But it would be good if we got us a high draft pick linebacker, groom him this year, and then he can slide his way in as DeMario is fading out the picture. Once again, due to age. Kai said DeMario got 2 more years left in him. If he can give us 2 more years, that'd be awesome. That'll be awesome if he can give us 2 more years. Hopefully, but I do know this year. If anything, I do know he got this year left in him. Now, whatever happens after, we'll see. But just in reality, Pete Warner, he has to take that next step. Man, gotta take the next step and overtake the Mario. If not, then Pete Warner he's not that number one guy at the linebacker position. So, but shout out to the Mario, man. And like I said, it's nothing against the Mario or anything like that. It's just the way it's supposed to happen. Like we've seen it happen. That's just like when Mark Ingram, when AK got drafted, it was a duo, and then as AK started taking that leap, then it was time for Mark Ingram to leave. It was time for him to leave because he wasn't that guy. I mean, you see that happen, and that's just what it is. But we'll see what happens, man. We see what happens with that. Okay, so we got two more topics, and then I won't open the phone lines tonight. Like I said, I got an early morning, but I do want to address these two topics, and I'm gonna get out. We got a show coming up the weekend. Um, and we'll be talking about trade rumors and stuff like that with the Lave, and pretty sure we'll get um more Saints news this week. But I do want to hit on this, man. The Saints, we currently have over 28, roughly 28 mil in cap room. So, and I want y'all to comment in the chat. Do y'all think we holding that for a possible trade, or is we just holding it for the draft picks to pay them, or what do y'all think we doing with that? I don't think we need that much money to take care of the draft picks. So do y'all think we using that money to possibly go after Trey Hendrickson, or well, how do y'all think what do y'all think we doing with that money? Because I mean, it's a lot of questions surrounding that. I mean, is they holding on to that money? Because it really is nobody in free agency left to be giving splash money to anyway. So is we holding on to that money to make a splash trade, or is we, could be holding it for draft picks? Kyler Gray said we're probably holding it for our draft picks. Yeah, that could be the case. That could be the case. But we'll see, man. That's just something to be on the lookout for. That's interesting. We got a lot of cap room. And one thing about Mickey, man, he always gonna get us over the cap. And to be honest, if any GM was in that situation, the GM was gonna have no choice but to get them over the negative. Like you have to have your team over the negative at some point. So I mean, it was gonna happen either way. I just thought Derek Carr, his restructure saved the team a good bit, but I thought it was going to include him getting cut. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Like I said, we is where we at right now. But heading into this draft, this will be the last topic of the night. Heading into this draft, where do y'all think what position we are hit? Honestly, at this point, I'm gonna be honest. It's so much stock draft rising and falling. I don't know where we're gonna what position we're gonna hit. I mean, at this point, I just think they got a lot of names on their draft board, and whichever best player is available, they're going to select. Because a couple weeks ago, Shador was the talk of being the number one pick in the draft. Shador was. And then when you had the combine, right after the combine, now after the combine, his draft stock is falling about 2 spots. So they say. They say they think he's going to fall a couple spots. Now we're coming into this week, a couple of days ago. Now they talking about it's possible that he can drop all the way down to 9, 10. So I don't know, what teams is going to do. I do know the Giants, they got Russell Wilson and Jameis. Does that mean that they're going to, pass on a QB if a Cam Ward or Shador drop to them? No, I don't think so. And it's looking like Cam Ward is going to go before Shador. That's just what it's looking like. From the media and stuff like that. I don't know, but we'll see. As far as the talent and stuff, I'm gonna keep it honest. Cam Ward, he doing a lot of wowing. But if you think about it, wasn't Anthony Richardson doing a lot of wowing and stuff? So it's more. It's not all about who you wound and stuff at the pro day, especially as a quarterback, because when it comes down to it, what is your instincts? Or can you make the right decision? And I mean, all that stuff plays a part. So just being able to have an arm and he's slinging at 80 yards down the field, no problem, like stuff like that. That's all good and dandy. But what is your instincts like? And to keep it hot, Shador, we do know he got some good instincts. So and his arm talent stuff ain't that far off from Cam. I mean, so that's the kind of stuff you got to look at. Overall, as an overall package right now, I think Shador would be the better pick. If you're trying to go to a franchise and immediately throw one of them in the fire, I think Shador is more prepared than Cam at this moment. Not saying that Cam can't get right, because I think both of them is going to be great for a team. But yeah, at this moment, if you just threw one of them on the NFL team and say, "Here, man, I just need you to win us some ball games immediately," I think Shador would be more prepped and ready for that. Because I think his decision making is better than Cam Ward. So just being able to sling a football, like I said, it's more to that. It's more to the game than that. We should know that. So that's it, Who That Nation, man. Like I said, man, apologies. A couple weeks. Um, I kind of came in late on the free agency, but it's all good. Um, right now, tomorrow's gonna be April 1st. We're in 20 minutes. We're in the month of April, and that's draft month. So we'll start getting some heated up rumors, about what teams is going. Jackson Dart, could we get him? Is he gonna drop all the way to the second? Hey man, there's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of things that can happen, man. If the quarterback needy teams if Jackson Dart passed through that, does one of the bottom teams get Jackson Darts, or do we trade up, to the first pick of the second round and get them? Or so I mean, just a lot of questions, man. We don't know. We don't know what can happen. Tennessee, they could get Carter, and then if Jackson Darts fall, they could draft Jackson Darts first pick in the second round. So I mean, it's just a lot of scenarios, man. We don't know what can happen. We might trade up for Cam Ward. I don't know. Just a lot of scenarios going on right now. So I don't know what position we're looking at. Um, Before free agency started and all of that, I was saying that I was thinking that maybe we could draft our next QB of the future and let a vet take the rim for a year. I mean, to be honest, if we get a QB and let him sit behind Derek Carr, does that sound too bad? I mean, far as the play wise, I mean, everybody has their own skill set anyway, so that's gonna show in itself. But as far as being a true professional stuff, I mean, you really can't not have no knock against Derek Carr with that. Just decision makings on the field. That's my issue with him. At times in crucial moments, you can't put the ball in his hand and expect him. He's horrible in the red zone. These are things that we do know. But anyway, Who That Nation, I'm gonna read this comment, man. Then we're gonna get out of here. Gotta go, y'all family. I gotta be at work at 6 a.m. Me too, fam. Y'all be safe and blessed. Much love, Who That. And once again, man, shout out to Kinda Great. I'm definitely about to sub up to the pod, man. And I'll be happy to be a guest, man. If that's how you run in your pod, having guests and stuff. I'm looking forward to working with you, man. Whatever you need, I'm definitely here. And shout out to you, man. Looking forward to see what you bring in, to the Who That Nation family. Because at the end of the day, we all family. So I listen to everybody. We all family. at the end of the day. We all talking about the same team. So just looking forward to another great podcast on the rise. Be sure you guys please like, subscribe, and follow the page. And like I said, this weekend I will be having another show. Basically, I'm busy all the way up to Friday, so it'll be Saturday, Friday or Saturday that I'm coming out with another show. So just be on the lookout for that. Who That Nation is getting closer and closer to draft time. So let's buck our chin straps. Let's continue to support the New Orleans Saints and what they're doing. This a whole new coaching regime. So I'm all on board until things start going left. But I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient with Kellen Moore. This is first coaching job. This is what I wanted anyway. I wanted us to bring in somebody that never coached so he can do things his way. And hopefully at a certain point, if we're successful enough that he's able to, make moves like Sean Payton, be that Sean Payton type of boss. Because Miss Benson will let him have that power, but he has to earn it first. But anyway, once again, you guys please like, subscribe, follow the page. It's your boy CB, and I'm out. Who that?